So welcome back everyone, this is Mayank Kothari and today we are going to start with the exam oriented batch for CA Final AFM for May 2025 and November 2025 attempt. This will be entirely in English language so that it will help mostly to the South students. They have been requesting this thing from the last attempt, and since I did not have time in November 2024, so I could not do it. But this time I will try my best to cover the maximum possible chapters. We will start this batch on 10th of January and it will go on till March ending. So I'm taking this much of the time because I have other things lined up. First of all, the exam oriented batch in Hindi is also lined up. The regular batch is pending, like around 50% of the regular batch is pending. So all the three things will be going on every day simultaneously. I'm going to come in the morning at 9 o'clock. We'll do the recording for the regular batch first of all, because that is where I am earning, and then I will go with the English revision batch, and then I will go with the Hindi revision batch. So this is how I am planning to schedule my next 90 days around, so that I can complete everything in a smooth manner. Let's come back to the batch. It is available absolutely free of cost on YouTube. So all what you need to buy is compiler 5.0 from conferenza.in. So let's go through these requirements. The first thing that you need to buy is the compiler 5.0, which will include 3 different volumes and 1 concept sheet. You will have to go to the conferenza.in to buy it. It is available only at 1490 rupees, and this is how the packet will be. You will receive it in 5 to 10 days. So I will request you, if you are planning in any case to buy it as soon as possible so that it delivers to you on time. This is applicable for May and November 2025, so you can fully rely on it. What does it cover? It covers maximum portion of the institute. Maximum means the entire portion of the institute's questions, past exam questions, RTP questions, and mock test papers questions, and study material as well. It is updated till May 2024 attempt. So apart from this, the only thing that you need to go is RTP, MTP and exam paper of November 24 attempt and the coming attempts, obviously. Now, coming back to the 3 volumes that you are going to receive, the volume 1 and volume 2 are totally based on the practical questions, and volume 3 is on the theory questions. The theory part is something which we are not considering in this exam oriented batch, and that's why this is up to you. I'm pretty much sure that the exam the theory questions will not be asked more than 16 marks. So that's why, considering the time involved in teaching that, I'm not taking it in this batch. So we will be focusing on rest of the part, that is practical questions. Practical questions comes around for 84% of the entire paper, including the case scenarios and the practical questions. Okay. Now, so volume 1 and volume 2 are based on the practical question. The total number of practical questions in these 2 volumes are around 700, and practically it is impossible to cover all the questions in 100 hours of English batch, the exam oriented batch. So how exactly we are going to deal, and whether we are going to cover all the concepts or not, let's discuss. You are also going to get this concept sheet along with the compilers, and this concept sheet is basically it's of around 40 pages, which basically will represent the number of questions and the concepts on which those questions are there in the compiler in the rest of the 3 volume. So let me just go through randomly. Let's say here, this is the part from the capital budgeting chapter. Now, how exactly we are going to cover the question? You can see that question number 17 to question number 22 is based on one concept, that is sensitivity analysis. Now, what we are going to do, we are going to take the medium level question to the difficult level question of sensitivity analysis. Out of the 6 questions, what we are going to cover is 3 to 4 questions. The rest of the 2 to 3 questions will be homework, because either they are easy, either they are based on the concepts that we have already discussed in rest of the question. So you can take it as, first of all, homework if you have time. But if you don't have time, you can skip those questions as well from your side, and you can do only those questions which we are considering in the class. So this is how we are going to cover all the concepts of the entire capital budgeting, entire advanced financial management syllabus. Okay. Now, coming back to the requirements, apart from the compiler 5.0, I will share the revision charts with you in Telegram channel. I will share the formula book with you in Telegram channel. Apart from this also, the class notes, whatever we are going to make, will be shared chapter wise on in the Telegram channel so that you get the access to it as soon as possible. Now, the coverage in exam oriented batch, we are going to cover practically maximum possible questions of maximum possible chapters, all the concepts of whatever chapters that we are going to cover. So don't worry about the concepts coverage. If we are considering 10 chapters out of let's say if we are considering 12 chapters out of 15, we will cover all the concepts of those chapters. Why I'm saying maximum possible chapters? Because it all depends upon the availability of the time later on in February and March and my schedule. If I get exhausted, then I will stop it, because I'm not going to go beyond anything which will affect like say my mental health. If it is affecting my mental health, then I'm going to stop there, because that was the major reason I took a break after 7 to 8 years of teaching experience, and then I came back so that I can guide you. Hopefully I'm going to cover maximum and all the chapters. So basically the chapters that we are going to cover are here. The first lecture will be on the basics. Make sure that you are doing it honestly, because all the concepts, the basic concepts like time value of money, we are going to cover in that lecture, and on that basis all the other chapters will be taken. So while doing the questions from rest of the chapters, I'm going to give reference to the basics lectures. In case you feel that basics lecture is very easy and you don't have to do it, I request you don't go with this overconfidence, and make sure that you are completing the basics lecture no matter how confident you feel, because you are going to learn a lot of things in that lecture which will help you to solve the question in rest of the chapters. So trust me, that is why I'm forcing you, I'm requesting you to do that lecture. Apart from that, what we are going to do is we are going to cover most important chapters. Like first we will cover the important chapters, and then we will go for rest of the chapters, the easier one like risk management or security analysis, or we can say mutual funds. So I will keep those easy chapters for the end, and I will take the difficult chapters first. And even if we skip some chapters, easy chapters at the end, what you can do is you can cover those chapters from the fast track English batch, which is already uploaded on YouTube. So I'm not going to take any kind of a risk with your exam, so don't worry about it. You will be able to cover 100% of the syllabus, maximum portion from this exam oriented batch, and couple of chapters if we leave from the fast track batch. Okay. So this is all about the exam oriented batch. This is going to start at January 10. I'm going to start the recording and I will upload it chapter wise only. So you will see the lectures coming on YouTube in a separate playlist of English exam oriented batch in a span of around 3 days, 4 days, 5 days. Okay. If the chapter is the difficult one, or it is taking time and it has lots of questions, so it will take some time, like 4-5 days to come on YouTube. If you have any kind of a question, you can ask me on the comment section. What I request you is to first subscribe this channel, because that is what I'm earning. I'm not earning anything more than that. So you can support me by subscribing to this channel and joining the Telegram group. And you can feel free to ask all the doubts of SFM in the separate English Telegram group that we have created. We have around 600 plus 700 almost members recently joined in this in a span of 2 to 3 days in that group. So I'm looking forward for more people to join and get benefited for their exam. See you.